para makashare tayo.
Hello, Marlon. Hello? Hello, Leda, Marlon, Anika.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nakita ko yung TikTok mo, ah.
Try lang.
Ha?
Try
Nice
lang.
shot. Very good, very good. Okay, so we'll start in 1 minute. We'll just wait for We have 2 viewers in the FB Lives. Can you say hello? Say like, mag-like kayo and para we know who you are. Say hello. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock. Hello, everyone. How many of you are feeling excited and happy for today? Can I see a show of hands there? Or you can type in the chat box. I am excited and happy. Okay, great. Sino naman dito ang medyo tired and sad? Can I see a show of hands? You can type in the chat box. Thank you, Dessa. Dessa is happy and excited. That's great. Also, Marlon, no? Okay, ako rin. I'm very excited for today. So much learnings from our guest speaker for today. Okay, thank you so much for your participation. Okay, so welcome everyone to our interview webinar with Allan, no? One of the most famous email marketing trainer and consultant in the Philippines. Okay, so I am Sheila Ong. How many of you here change your schedule, no? Just for our session today? Can I see show of hands, or you can type in the chat box? Me. Yan. I know your time is really valuable, no? Talagang you make time pa talaga for today so that you get to learn a lot of things for today to boost your business sales. Okay, so many of you, no, when I did the one-on-one coaching, wanted to make your business grow, diba? Through sales. And some of you naman, for your clients, to boost the sales of your clients. Is that right? Okay, so comment ni Miss Sir J. Desamparado. Excited din siya and happy. So, meron tayong mga active sa FB Live. Okay, so may I know sino sa inyo would want to increase their sales, no? And thinking of ways on how to strategize to make your sales grow. Can you say type I on the chat box? Yan, si Marlon. So really wanted to grow your business. Okay. So today, no, we will learn a new strategy on how to make our sales grow. Ako through email marketing. Ako personally, I learned this email marketing, no, from our guest speaker today, si Allan, no. I'm really grateful for him because nung time na I was struggling, no, with my career and with my mommy duties, I really don't know how to reach out to clients. That was 2017 pa. Medyo parang, I don't know, parang nasa parang nasa moment na unsure, no, on should I continue pursue my business or not, parang ganyan. Yun, so Allan gave me hope, enlightenment na pwede may solution dyan, Sheila, don't worry. And he taught me he showed me the beauty of digital world. No? So hindi lang actually email eh. Meron din hindi lang email but also in the the holistic digital marketing. Okay. So before we begin our interview session, can I ask a favor from all of you? Okay lang ba 'yon? Yan. So later at the end of the session, meron tayong feedback form kasi we really value your feedback and for us to better serve you and support you. Is that okay? Can you type in the chat box okay? Okay, great. Thank you everyone. Yan. Okay, so as you answer the feedback form, we will send you your certificate of attendance and also we will have a surprise gift for you from Allan. So just stay at the end until the end of the session. Do you like the special gift? You just type yes on the chat box. Okay. So before I formally introduce our speaker, may I know kung sino sa inyo hindi pa ako kilala? Meron ba? Okay, Camille, let's go. Yan, excited na. Okay, so is it okay? I would like to ask for your permission for me to introduce myself. Okay lang ba yun? Can you type okay in the chat box? Okay, great. Thank you. Thumbs up. Okay. Yan. So, I'm Sheila Ong. I have been in the business for 15 years now. I've been in the financial planning industry for 15 years. And I remember when I was just starting, sobrang talaga ako na nahihiya, natatakot, afraid of approaching people, until na-overcome ko ito. And right now, I'm helping more than 400 families secure their financial future, mentored around 25 mga advisors to grow their businesses, and be able to inspire thousands of people in my different motivational talks and financial wellness talks. Okay, so now I'm here helping business-minded millennials, freelancers, and startup business owners from feeling lost on their career path to finding their deep life purpose through one-on-one coaching and group coaching that I provide in the community in our Milenyong Entrepreneur Support Group. Okay, so now you get to know me. Now you're ready na to learn more about our speaker. Okay, so our guest speaker is a very special friend of mine. Okay, so since high school, magkakilala na kami. We're classmates. And he is a client of mine and also my coach. As mentioned kanina, di ba? So he guided me in the digital world. And nung una, kasi I'm a slow learner, nung inaaral ko yung email marketing, once a month lang ako nag-send ng mga email para update, keeping in touch, touch base to my clients. But nung pandemic last year, since I have more time to write, to do more blogs and write-ups, nag-boost yung sales ko nagkaroon ako ng 8 clients from last year through email. Okay, so what more pa, kung kayo yan, I'm sure you'll do better than me. More sales pa yan. And later, if you learn more tips from Allan, you'll get the goals, yung goals na yung gusto niyo. Okay, so Allan runs the Digital Solopreneur. Okay, so where he helps coaches and course creators boost sales. Okay, so amplify the engagement and create lifelong customers using emails that people love to read and buy from. Yung specialty ni Allan is yung storytelling. Ang galing niya actually ako whenever I see his email, talagang binabasa ko yan kasi alam ko exciting siya and I know marami akong malalearn. Okay, so he's been in the business for 8 years and marami na rin siya natulungan na mga students, And right now, nag-grow na yung business nila and influencers na rin yung mga students ni Allan. Okay, so if you are looking for a coach, huwag na kayong maghanap pa, nandito na siya. Okay, so just follow him, Email Marketing Philippines, and later he will let us know on how to follow him, So Allan is a change maker. He will help us be a good copywriter na talagang babasahin yung email mo. Okay, so Allan is giving entrepreneurs the income they deserve while empowering people to realize their dreams. So without further ado, let us all welcome Coach Allan Ngo.
Thank you, Sheila. Yeah, congrats din dun sa mga wins mo with your emails, and I'm super proud of you din like with this group and yung progress mo, and parang like matagal na nga tayong magkakilala. I think more than half our lives siguro magkakilala tayo, and yeah, it's super I've seen your progress din, and you're one of the people I trust, and nabanggit nga ni Sheila, I'm one of her clients. So iba talaga yung tiwala ko sa kanya, no? And yeah, I'm happy. I'm sure you'll be taken care of inside her group. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you, thank you. Actually, would like to let everybody know na ikaw yung yung nagbigay na idea, di ba? Na to create this community. So, would like to thank you, no? So, let us thank Allan for this idea na nagkaroon tayo ng community in here in the FB group. Okay. Ayan, sige. So, let's start, no? First question, no? Does email marketing still work? Isn't everyone on social media nowadays?
Right, right. That's a good question, no? Kasi siguro let me ask siguro everyone on the FB group and dito. Like when you think of emails, ano yung unang word na naisip mo? Particularly when you think of selling with emails. Ano yung unang naisip nyo? Usually pagkain yan eh. So,
Ganun
let us know
ba?
in the chat,
Talaga?
di ba? Usually it's either like when unang notion ng karamihan nakakausap ko, it's spam. So sa
Ah,
akin, spam, di
okay.
ba? Sa spam folder. And ano, spam, either spam folder or parang iniistorbo ka lang, no? Well, sa akin yung spam dapat kinakain lang. Dapat wala sa... yung emails natin never dapat pumapasok dyan. For me to, ano no, in terms of, is it working? No? So, I think rather than me telling you, no, let me show you na lang, no? How is it working, and ano ba yung itsura ng emails? Kasi baka isipin din ng tao selling with emails, ano eh, yung mga Nigerian prince na mga scam, di ba? Si-send ka ng gold, bigyan mo ng pera and stuff. Let me show you what kinds of emails um, we're talking about. So, nabanggit niya Sheila, I've been doing this matagal na, early 2010s, sideline. I'm working full-time sa family business, but I'm exploring how to make money online as well. Kasi, yeah, parang just want to find a different avenue to earn, no? So, back in this is around 2013, I was promoting an ebook by a friend, no? A friend of mine, nag-connect kami online. Canadian siya actually. Canadian. Nagbebenta siya ng ebook about how to learn Mandarin Chinese. No, so I had a website noon, meron ako mga subscribers wanting to learn about Mandarin Chinese. So ang layo pa nung niche, no? Layo nung niche ko before.
Oo nga.
So ito yung email pinadala namin, no? Kasi syempre si Sheila nung panahon, well, ako, parang memorization lang yung inaaral ko nung high school and elementary eh.
Ako
So
din.
hindi talaga ako natuto. So
That's right.
ito yung email pinadala namin, no? So a couple of weeks ago, I asked you guys for some of your most nagging questions about learning Chinese characters, and you guys responded. Thank you. As promised, Aaron, siya yung friend ko na may ebook, will be
Okay.
giving away a copy of his ebook, Chinese, yun yung name ng book niya, which I like, ang ganda ng
Nice. Oo
spelling,
nga.
to 3 lucky readers who submitted their questions. And here they are. So ito yung names nung nanalo. Congratulations, no? Please check your inbox for an email containing the ebook. My interview with Aaron will be out in the coming days, so watch out for it. Tapos, sa mga hindi nanalo, I just dropped this link, no? If you want to get your hands on this ebook, just click here. So, let me ask you, comment kayo sa chat, does this email sound spammy? Or is it friendly? Spammy or friendly? Let me know in the chat. S na lang if spammy, F if friendly. What do you guys
Okay.
think? There's no right or wrong answer. I just like to get your opinion. How about Marlon and what do you guys think? There's Lani, Camille, Jennifer, Patricia, Anika. Nice name.
F daw.
Anika. Nila. Friendly naman. Direct naman kasi yung content. Okay? So may S from Lida, FF for the rest, no? So, um, ganyan lang yung email ko, and that's really the first time I made money online. Because of that, I got so many sales afterwards, no? And it
Wow.
was
Galing.
parang ano lang siya. parang it's an aside lang, di ba? Parang, hey, di ka nanalo, but if you want to get your copy, here it is. Ganyan lang. And it's making money na. And that's through
Mm.
emails. And yun yung first sale ko ever. I think I remember it was a Sunday morning. $8 yung commission ko. Then, doon ko na-realize na, uy, totoo pala na yung make money in your sleep. Kasi as in, sinend ko siya, ni-schedule ko lang siya. So, we'll talk more later, no? Ano ba yung technology kasama dito? But what
Mm.
I did, I wrote the email, ini-schedule ko to publish on a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Tapos yun, nawala na sa utak ko. Then pagkagising ko ng Sunday, uy, ano to? But ito yung first ever nakita ko ng notification for sales. And that's the kind of marketing we do. We just very conversational, very friendly. As you mentioned, thank you for your feedback no dito sa comments, sa chat, no. So ganun that's how we make money. And if you're wondering, 2013 pa yan, gumagana pa ba yan ngayon? Just recently, we did a product launch. So, ano din siya, like this was ebook. Ang in-offer naman namin are online courses, no? So, as you'll see, I'll share it to you. Sabi ko kay Sheila, I need to give evidence, di ba? Hindi lang puro kwento. So, this is,
That's right.
as ano ba ngayon? October 28. So, if you'll
Yes.
notice, we have sales from yesterday, 25, 23, 22. Ibang product yan, no? Ibang online course yung
You
binibenta
speed.
namin.
Um,
And it's mainly via email din namin ginagawa. Okay? And it's not restricted to just digital products. No? This also applies sa e-com, sa iba-ibang industry. And as Sheila mentioned, even in insurance, di ba? In financial industry, you can build relationship with clients sa email mo. Mag-build. Kasi very important yung trust, di ba, Sheila? Especially in your industry.
that's true.
So, I remember you sent out an email, di ba? Parang how to get a hospital bed during the pandemic. And
Yes.
for someone, that's very important, di ba? Yung information na yon. Uy, tutulungan ako ni Sheila nito. Kung hindi ka pa niya kilala, I mean, hindi maiwasan na may plus ganda points ka doon, di ba? Okay tong si Sheila. Then, over time, when you keep doing that, nabibuild yung relationship nyo. And if you leave a link there, hey, if you want to have a call with me, let me assess your financial situation, so on and so forth. Most more likely sila papayag, di ba? Sige nga, maki-zoom call na kay Sheila. Kasi natulungan na niya ako before eh. So, that's kind of the overall concept behind it. Ito pa, this, nabanggit ko kanina, may commission ako dun sa taas.
Oo.
This is our product. So while we're doing this, meron din akong tinutulungan na friend promoting his product. So binukod ko yung mga subscribers ko. And during this time, I also had commission selling a different person's product using email lang din. And this
Mm.
is like, actually, yung isa, today, kanina ko lang kinuha yung screenshot, yesterday, a week
Fresh
ago,
na fresh.
just fresh
Okay.
siya. So, if you're wondering if it's still working now, yes, it is. It's just hindi siya popular unlike social media kasi ano siya medyo mas tago siya. So, ang analogy ko dyan is kung parang, well, pre-pandemic, no? Pag may bar gimmick, social media is great to meet people, di ba? To meet people, to get discovered yourself, daming music, daming lights, parang, sensory overload siya. But if may makilala ka doon na person, di ba, gusto mong makilala ng masinsinan, hindi mo naman siya dadalhin sa isang madilim na bar ulit. You invite them for coffee, for lunch, di ba, para magkausap kayo. So social media is like yung bar, yung club, where you get discovered and you see other people as well. But in order to deepen that relationship, email is one of the best ways to do that. Kasi if you look at yung email, it's like from Sheila to me. So it's like parang coffee lang, diba? Very private. Wala masyadong distractions. And you can generally have a longer message. And yeah, that's how it works basically. And that's why it's still relevant today. Kasi if you notice, hindi lahat tayo nasa social media eh. Like maybe ako nasa Facebook, si Sheila nasa IG. But if you think about it, iba-iba yung social media mix natin. But one thing we all have in common is an email address. And alam na mga social media platforms yan, e-commerce platform. Kaya usually you have to register first, either your email address or your mobile number because they know that if they own the data, they can market to you several times, paulit-ulit. And that's when they can make their money back. So to answer that question, yes, it's still working. You just have to understand how it works behind the scenes.
Mm. Actually, I really love that concept that you said na lahat tayo may email address. And because of that email, you start creating your social media accounts.
Mm.
Yun. So, everyone really checks email, di ba? Yun. Actually, I'm sure most of our audience today got an email from me for an invitation for today's webinar. Is that correct? Can you type in the chat box? Yes, di ba? Yun. So, this is a simple example lang for us to invite you, let you know what we have, ano yung mga news, anong bago, di ba? Kung ano man yung gusto kong message para sa inyo, I'll send it. Isang email blast lang, one is too many na. So, yan na yung strategy natin. And less effort, di ba? Kung as mentioned, yung example ni Coach Allan kanina, 2 products in, di ba, sabay niyang ni-launch, and ang daming sales na bumalik. Yan, okay. So, before we get deeper, how did you start with email marketing pala?
Yeah.
Alam ko accountant ka,
Actually,
di ba?
yeah. I finished accountancy. Actually, I would say that it's more of email who was the one who found me in some way.
Wow.
So, kumbaga, I finished accountancy, I passed the board. But nung panahon natin, like at that time, yung best friend ko sa college, make me read. He made me read yung Rich Dad Poor Dad, the book by Robert Kiyosaki, and that's kind of
Okay.
reframed the way I thought about money. And I was thinking kasi dun sa book na yun, di ba, parang how to handle money, medyo how to create passive income and stuff. So in some ways implied na you kind of have to be good at sales and marketing. And kilala mo naman ako, Sheila, especially nung high school, di ba? Talaga, I'm the person na sa sulok lang talaga. I'm not really somebody to mingle. Ako yung tipong pag recess, ako yung nasa classroom lang. So,
Pares tayo.
yeah, so parang sales, marketing, inisip ko operation sa gitna. Nandun ba ako sa dulo sa accountancy, tagabilang pa ako ng pera, di ba? So, I really needed to move forward. And as somebody na hindi naman ako very personable, it was almost impossible for me to imagine myself in sales. Kasi may ano tayo di ba? May mga prejudice kung who are the type of people na magaling magbenta. Usually sila yung mga comfortable in crowd, sanay makipag-usap, and that I can't really see that for myself. So, eventually, hindi ako nag-accounting. I went to operations sa banking. Then, one thing led to another. Nagkaano ko like quarter life crisis at that time. So I quit the bank. Then may franchise business ako noon. I felt it was too early for me. So nag-stop din yon. That's when I applied for a scholarship to study Mandarin. That's why yun yung naging unang website ko before. Because parang project ko yun to give back to the scholarship. Then, I tried different things. Blogging, social media posting. Tried freelancing. Odes pa nun. Today may Upwork na. But it was really through that, yung pinakita kong email, that really told me na. Because before that email, I was already dabbling into online. But wala akong kinikita. Vlog lang ako ng vlog. Pero, hindi naman nagbabayad yung content eh. It's really when you make people buy something, or sabihin natin, malaki ka na, may advertiser ka magbabayad sa'yo. But for me, that wasn't my path. So when I saw that, when I did the email and it made sales, parang sabi ko, I think this is the path for me in terms of ROI. Siyempre, I'm just doing this on the side eh. So email seems to give me the best ROI for my money. And parang bagay siya sa personality ko na I'm not sure if you experience this, Sheila, na sometimes pag nasa group setting ka, nahihiya kang magsalita. Pero it doesn't mean wala kang masabi. It's just that you're not comfortable in the setting.
Yeah.
So, email is sort of my way to share my peace of mind. Kumbaga, kung anong contribute ko sa conversation without really speaking to a lot of people. So, yung nabagit mo nga, one too many. So, in
Yes.
some ways, that's how I ended up dito sa email marketing.
Ang ganda nga nung etong email marketing, it helps you express yourself, di ba?
Yeah,
Okay.
true. Kasi
Galing.
wala siyang filter.
Oo nga.
Na you can be yourself. And ang maganda dito, you attract who you are. Right? Kumbaga, um, the way you are, kung you're very kind, you're very sincere, yung ma-attract mo din ganong klaseng tao. And if may mga pasaway, you can easily remove them from your email list. Kasi the way I think about it is, yung iba kasi parang iba nagbe-beg, "Uy, join ka sa list ko, join ka dito, join ka dito." Sa akin dapat tingin mo sa newsletter mo, dapat it's a privilege for other people to be there. Kasi you're giving tips on how to get a bed during COVID. You're giving tips on finances and stuff. Dapat, 'di ba? It's a benefit for them to be on your email list. And if you look at it that way, 'di ba? You will come from a point of authority, 'di ba? Hindi ka needy. So, and it makes it more fun to do that, 'di ba? Kasi nakakatulong ka sa tao. If I'm sure you get replies sa emails mo na nag-thank you sa'yo, na, uy, ang ganda nitong content mo. You show me some of them, 'di ba? So,
Yes.
hindi lang
Sarap
halata,
nga ng
hindi lang
feeling.
na-share. 'Di ba? Ang
Ah,
ganda ng
that's
feeling.
right.
And at the same time, you're building trust. And because of that trust, by nature, malalapit sila sa'yo. Kung may alok ka, mas madali na silang bumili kasi tiwala na sila sa'yo.
Correct. Parang ano, from my experience, whenever I send email, nafe-feel parang naalala nila ako. Yun.
Mm,
So,
yan.
kahit na wala sa topic na about finance, parang kanina
Correct.
I invited everyone. Eh. So, one of my client replied asking for update. For me, okay
Right.
yun, di ba? Kahit
Mm.
na hindi about finance, naalala niya ako. Then he
Right.
replied.
And meron ding underlying, ano yun eh, subtle power dynamic shift. What I mean by that is, parang big words, no? Naisip ko lang yun.
Oo nga.
But,
What
ang,
does
ang
it
ibig
mean?
sabihin ko lang doon is, since, di ba, for example, if we, ask kita, Sheila, like, if you see somebody nasa stage, naka-Americana, may microphone, maayos yung suot, maayos yung buhok, tapos nagsasalita siya, ang dami nakikinig. What is your impression of that person? Is that somebody of authority, somebody knowledgeable, or somebody na parang napulot lang kung saan-saan? Ano yung unang instant na reaction mo sa tao na yun? Impression, kumbaga.
Oo. A person with authority.
'Di ba? Ganun siya eh, 'di ba? Even if you post sa Facebook lang na may picture ka na may hawak kang mic tapos naka-quote ka, magla-like na lahat ng tao, magko-congrats, di naman nila alam ano yung context, 'di ba?
That's
Mali
right.
mo project lang sa school. Because it ano eh, yun yung impression natin. And having a newsletter, like pag nakikita nila like for example, I'll take my case before. Hindi wala pa ako sa email marketing world. There's this guy in personal finance. His name is Randall Tiongson. So,
Mm.
nag-join ako sa kanya. Sa Yahoo pa yun eh. Yahoo email ko pa. Nakita ko yung name niya. Tapos about finance yung mga topic niya. Tapos, so sa utak ko, na-embed na, uy, itong Randall, may ini-email niya ako, tapos ito yung mga topic niya, okay. Nabibuild na yung authority niya sa akin. It's as if I'm seeing him speak on stage. And
Nice.
parang nami-mimic niya yung power dynamic na yon. Tapos what I noticed, I'm not sure kung na-try mo na to, Sheila, but somebody would email me, magre-reply sa email ko, may tanong. Tapos sa next email ko, I will address his question. O kunwari, let's say si Anika here. Nag-reply si Anika. Then, next email, I would say, I got an email yesterday from Anika. This is her question. Tapos sinagot ko. Tapos what I noticed, kung nga lang to, Anika, it's not really, literally you, but
Expert.
what I'll notice is si Anika magre-reply sa email ko where I featured her, and they would say na, uy, sikat na ako. I've gotten that response
Really?
a few times.
Okay,
So, sa utak ko, what happens is, it's equivalent to me pulling them on stage. Na parang
Mm.
ganun yung nangyari. So, if you guys have your own businesses or you're in the same industry as Sheila, that can elevate your status then. It's like you're a micro celebrity in some ways. Of course, if you're sending emails that people like to read, di ba? So, that's something that you might want to consider as well na another venue.
Mm. Okay. So, ang question naman, how does it work, no? How do we start? How does it, ano yung flow niya? Parang ganun.
Sure, sure. Let me share with you some screen. Share ko yung screen ko. How
Okay.
many of you dito are aware with, have you heard of Zalora, yung fashion site? Type in one sa chat or dito sa Facebook. Type in one if you've heard of Zalora. Yan. Kasi I want to show you how it works, no? Yan, wala pa yatang nakarinig sa Zalora. Yan,
Ako,
Jennifer,
kilala
thank
ko si
you.
Salon.
Oh, Sheila, yan. Suki yan si Sheila eh. Tita. Alright.
Si Zilda,
Camille.
nasa FB Live, nag-1 siya.
Ayan,
Zilda is
hello
here.
Zilda.
Ah,
Camille daw, laging sa Globe nagte-text. Hala.
si Ninang Jo rin nag-watch sa atin. Hello,
Yan,
Ninang.
hello. Yan. So, share ko lang how it works, no? How it works. So, um, let me go back to my screen. So, for example, nagsisimula yan. Of course, we need to, in order to send an email, di ba? We need to get their email first. Kailangan makuha natin yung email. So, let me show you. Ito, Zalora na site. Can you see the lower right-hand side? Get 300, live to, as in this is on their site right now. If you visit, you will see this. Get 350 pesos off on your next order. Okay? Enter your email for Zalora news and deals. So, if you're wondering how it works, kumbaga, when traffic goes to your site or your page, hindi mo na kailangang website exactly. Kahit a form lang to sign up, you drive traffic, and once they see your site or your form, you offer them something in exchange for an email address. No? So, ang mangyayari dito is, as a consumer, nakikita natin 350 pesos off. As an entrepreneur, what they're telling you is that your email address is worth at least 350 pesos. Okay? Let
Ganda.
that sink in, ah. Let that sink in. Kasi, if you're an entrepreneur looking at this, tingin mo gagawin nila to kung malulugi sila. They're too smart to do that. So, feeling ko mas mataas pa eh. Like, even if they offer 500, 1,000, mababawi pa rin nila yon. So, why would they do that? Because they understand if they get your email address, di ba, they could market to you regularly. Because email, kung I want you to understand this, no? Kasi inisip natin sometimes ang email pang content lang, pang gulo lang. Emails are also a way, a type of advertising, no? And as you know, kumari mag-ads ka sa FB, sa Google, you have to pay if you want your offer to be seen by your target audience, you have to pay every time to show it, 'di ba? Parang sa restaurant ka, 'di ba na kumari punta ka sa say Wildflower, everything you order may damage yan sa bulsa mo, 'di ba? Kada kuha mo, kada order meron. Yung email, once you get their email address, what happens is parang nasa buffet ka na. Right? Na you pay for it once. Sa email kasi we use a software, no, na you pay a fixed fee for say 5,000 subscribers. So pay a fixed fee, and that's not too expensive, no? It's not really expensive. But once you pay that, you can send unlimited emails, no? And by that I don't mean nakita yun man emails natin friendly. It's not to spam people. No, it's not to spam people, but you get multiple shots at converting the sale. So parang buffet siya. So it's the reason why they want to get the email address. Okay? Is that clear? Can you type in 1 in the chat if that's clear? Yan. And I'll show you how it works once they get the email address.
Ako, Coach
Naku.
Allan, minsan, when I get that kind of, mga ganyang promo, iniiwasan ko. Kasi alam ko, offeran nila ako many times.
Right. Right. And thank you si Ann nag-1. How about others? Let's get 4 more people to type in 1 para alam ko clear. Kung hindi clear, type nyo rin sa chat so that we can emphasize it more. Yan, Marlon, Camille. How about 2 more? Yan.
Lerda
How
and
about si
Jennifer.
Claire? There we go. The reason we're trying to engage you as well is that's one of the best ways to learn as well. Diba? Visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And yan, and also we want to know if you're nakakasunod tayo, di ba? Para we can clarify. Now,
Zilda and Ninang Jo also type 1 in the FB
yan.
Live.
Thank you.
Yan.
Great.
Okay.
So, let me show you. So, syempre ako nag-sign up para pakita ko rin sa inyo, no? So,
Wow!
you can
Ang
see,
dami. Okay.
yan, if you search yung Zalora, ang dami nilang email, di ba? But at
Okay.
the same time, is this bad or is this good? Kasi what happens here, dito sa part na to, you're giving them permission eh. Di ba? They're asking permission. If you join, you get a coupon. You'll be part of their newsletter. No? Tignan mo, sa baba. By signing up, you agree to the terms of our privacy policy. So, of course, nasa atin na, no? To read that privacy policy, what they'll do with it. So, if you sign up, you imply that you agree, no? And at the same time, if you want to get it, yung discount, it means you want to shop, di ba? So, if you get emails like this, ibig sabihin, maybe sa atin ayaw natin, but there are people who would like to be notified kailan ang discount, kailan ang sale. 'Di ba? For them, that's
Mhm.
very beneficial, right?
That's
So,
right.
paano kung matagal mo na inaantay mag-discount si Nike? Alangan naman araw-araw ka mag-check sa Zalora. Might as well sign up to their newsletter. Sila na magsasabi sa'yo. Right? It's like, parang may butler service ka. Here, ito na yung latest deal namin, di ba? Di mo na kaya punta sa site namin. And sa tao, di ba, ang daming distraction ngayon. That's why, if you can have access to their inbox, your marketing, your communication can be much more powerful. Kasi, araw-araw ka ba pupunta ng Zalora? Probably not. So, that's why Zalora would like to have that control that sila na lang papakita sa iyo. Right? So, that's why they want to do that. Another way, I'll show you naman. So, this is more the e-commerce side. Yung ginagawa namin ni Sheila, it's more, like, hindi siya e-com, hindi siya ma-picture. It's more text-based, no? So, example ko sa inyo, ito naman, different industry, about writing. So, instead of 350 pesos discount, meron siyang freebie, no? Cheat sheet for becoming a freelance writer starting from scratch. So, may roadmap. You sign up, no? What happens next is, they get a chance naman to communicate with you. So, yung emails ko, napansin nyo, it's more this type. Yung parang email lang from a friend, yung dating. Hindi siya super commercial. So, they do provide a lot of content, yung emails nila, but from time to time, they do offer their products, no? Like this one, here's your link, no? May in-offer siya na program for bloggers, no? So, think sales page yan. Okay? That's a program that they're offering. So, doon, if you see the flow, no? Magsimula with the traffic, convert the traffic into a subscriber. As a subscriber, that's when you start communicating. You give content, you give value, and also it's a chance for you to promote your offer because your offer is also because at the end of the day, they're in our email list because they're looking for something, diba? And we can help them several ways through content and through our products because selling them our product is our way to help. Diba? That's why Sheila is offering her yung mga products ng company nila is because these products can secure the financial future of their clients. Diba? Everything you do is helping, paid or not. Diba? So, we don't think of our product as something na nakakaya naman ibenta. If naniniwala ka sa product mo na nakakatulong to sa kanila, diba? It's almost your responsibility to offer this as an option. Di ba natin sila mapipilit bumili? But not giving them that option, it's robbing them of an opportunity to improve their life. So, I hope that was clear, no, Sheila, for your audience as well, yung how it works, no? It's a short, parang crash course, but that's basically how it works from start to end.
Siguro I can add on, no? One thing for you to understand, di ba, most of us are into sales. If you talk to many, let's say sa 10 out of 1, may isang mag-yes, di ba? So if ever, kung hindi man lahat maging interested sa email mo, meron isa-dalawa for sure magsasay yes. So siguro ang strategy natin is accumulate as many as emails as you can para you just keep on sending. Kung sino man yung maging interested, meron tayong result. Is that more clear?
Correct.
Uh-uh.
Yes, galing.
Type,
And also like,
uh,
sorry, go ahead, Sheila.
sige, if clear, kindly type in the chat box. Okay. Si Camille, nagbigay siya example, Metromart. Lagi rin daw nag-i-email sa kanya and she always follow. She always, parang nakatutok siya sa email ng Metromart.
Right.
Okay, clear
Something
now.
to add din, Sheila, na not just for example, kay Camille, an email for her can be valuable. Something valuable for Camille can be spam for another person. Diba? So, that we have to understand yung sinasabi ni Sheila na qualified yung pumapasok sa list natin. So, something that I might send, like yung Mandarin Chinese, that could be spam for another person. Somebody who's wanting to learn French. Diba? So yes, may spam, but you have to put it into context. Na spam for others, sa others like golden, ito yung hinihintay nila everyday.
That's right. I think it's clearer now. Okay, maybe we can go to the next question. Maybe they're wondering, ano kaya yung content na isusulat nila? Baka
Right.
daw maubusan sila ng topics. Ano yung masasabi mo dyan?
Yeah. I think we underestimate how much we know about our audience. No, so minsan mahirap. So it's more of like a perspective change in the sense na um inisip natin ano ba yung pwede kong masabi that could be helpful for them. But what if you change that question rather than ano yung pwede ko improvide, change that into what do they want to hear, diba? What do they want to hear so that we're basically just finding out yung mga concerns nila. Okay, so one way to do that, say, if you always talk to them face to face or sa Zoom, if you're off choir, you're on a sales call or on a consulting call, lahat ng questions nila, those can be email topics, diba? Um, you can go to forums. One of my favorites is going to reddit.com, reddit.com. So forum siya, global siya na forum. Um, you can check out yung mga, so for example, I used to write for um, a company, women yung actually woman yung voice ko. Tapos one of the things our topic is personal development and parang self-love kumbaga. So ako yung susunod lalaki. So I would research yung mga forum. And there's sa kaka-research ko I stumbled upon this one line that says it's about body image, no? So may line doon na sinabi na kasi parang when they wear clothes, hindi sila happy, parang they feel insecure, they don't feel comfortable in it. It's as if paglabas nila they have to they feel sorry for because other people are seeing them and they're not a pretty sight. May ganon. So somebody said na ano, your body is not an apology. Sabi ang gano'n. So that was a very powerful line. And through that research, di ba, doon ko nakuha yung mga content na pwede ko isulat. No, by understanding their problem, their concerns. So whatever, generally, I would imagine you know a lot already about your target market. It's really about listing them down and like finding angles. It's more about, kasi sa totoo lang, paulit-ulit naman lahat ng topic eh. Like for example, in personal finance, you can only talk about the same topic all the time eh. But we try to add a different spin to it, right? So, for example, if it's about, say, budgeting, we could add a different spin instead of just directly budgeting. Perhaps, maybe, this is like the Pope approve how the Pope would budget his money. Parang something like that. I mean, like add a different spin or the five mortal sins you should never do with money. So we can add different spins to it, no? Money lessons from Squid Game,
Oo
mga
nga.
ganyan, di ba?
Yeah.
It can be the same advice, but you put it at a different spin. It makes it interesting again, no? So, what would you do if you won yung 48 billion won ba? Korean won yung top prize. Something like, if I were to win the Squid Game, this is what I'll do with the money. So, it adds a different flavor to it, diba? Even if it's the same principles, no? So, ganun lang naman yung creativity, diba? It's like, um, getting old concepts, kung parang merging two concepts together to make it sound fresh. So, you're marrying like Squid Game and personal finance. It comes up differently. So, and there's, if you can imagine, pinapanood mo na sa Netflix or sa YouTube, try to combine that um, with your topics. For example, um, I, natawa ko dito, I saw this sa YouTube feed, galing sa Bubble Gang. So, they were talking about love insurance. So,
Oh.
di ba may life insurance, may property insurance, travel insurance, even art pwede nang i-insure. Bakit yung love hindi? Like, ano siya,
Mm.
parang comedy skit, but kumbaga, may insurance ka kapag nag-break kayo magjowa. Kumbaga, sabi ko, that was a
Paano kaya
funny,
yun?
ang funny ng concept, di ba? But it's like they combine insurance and I guess ano ba, parang relationships.
Yes.
So, and ako like I'm trying to use it sa isang email ko na yung love insurance. So like if you put parang if you have pag alam mo yung idea na yun of mixing different topics, you will find topics everywhere. Eh. So Yeah, I think that's a good that's a good start for you if you're looking for ideas and looking to not run out of ideas.
Yun. Actually, ang dami mo na nabigay na tips na how to get ideas. Actually, lately, I'm using reddit.com. I'm researching on the problems of a certain niche. And ang dami ko nakukuhang information talaga. Very helpful siya. And then, actually, I learned from you, no? Actually, nung start ako talagang blank yung mind ko na ano bang topic na kailangan ano. But now, siguro through experience, through practice, any news, di ba? Any news na meron, you can be a topic, it can be a topic. Or yun sa, as you mentioned, kung may question, inquiry, si client, yun na agad yung topic mo. And one thing that I learned from you, Coach Allan, is just one topic per email. Wag marami. Di ba? So, ikalat mo na lang yan, yung mga ideas mo. Ang dami mo ng content.
Correct. Actually, yung mga better emails, it's less about what you say, but what you don't say. Kumbaga, para hindi ma-overwhelm yung tao.
That's right. Okay. Sige, may question ba kayo? Feel free to, type it in the chat box if you have questions. We go to the next question. Ano kaya yung tools na kailangan natin for us to start with the email marketing?
Right. So, when we talk about email marketing, hindi to like mano-mano natin sinesend sa Gmail. So, we use similar to delivery, di ba? So, we're delivering emails. Yung physical delivery, we have mga LBC, FedEx, UPS, JT Express, mga ganyan. Meron din tayong equivalent na ganun sa email. No? So, what we call them generally, they're called email service providers, mga ESPs. So, we do so we write the emails, we put that in that software. So marami dyan. Some of them more popular ones like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, GetResponse. So doon natin sinusulat yung email. Doon naka-house yung mga subscribers natin. Then sabihin natin like we have like for example, Facebook group subscribers. So write tayo ng email, sabihin natin sa software, send it to these people. Tapos papadala niya, siya na magsisend. So similar to parang pag pumunta ka sa condo, 'di ba? Pag pumunta ka sa condo, kunwari ako pumunta lang ako as myself. Ang daming tanong ng security, sino kailangan mo, sino hanapin mo, etc. Pero pag naka-uniform siya ng LBC, medyo gets na. O, sign ka dito, iwan mo yung package, 'di ba? Parang ganun din yung inbox natin. Yung inbox natin parang yung security, 'di ba? Syempre they don't want may spam pumapasok. So pag galing kay Lani, um, pag minano-mano mo nag-mass send ka through Gmail, yung mga security guard ng mga inbox. Kaya lang, sino ka. But if they're wearing, for example, yung MailChimp, o galing to kay MailChimp, okay, pasok. May gano'n, no? So, it's deliverability and also practicality kasi you're sending 1,000 emails a day, naka-systemize na siya. One thing you also have to have is a professional email address. So, hindi pwedeng Gmail and Yahoo. The reason being is, especially earlier days, no? Kasi these companies like MailChimp and stuff, they want to protect their reputation. And early on, pag Gmail and Yahoo, yun yung ginagamit mga spammers. Kasi libre. So,
Okay.
that's why they discourage people, their users from using it. So, if you got your own email address, so for example, jennifer@jennifermartinez.com, ganyan. So we need that, no, in order to use itong email marketing. And it's getting that domain is pretty cheap naman. $9 to $11 a year. On top of that, we need a web hosting. So kumbaga, think of it as your hard drive sa internet. So kumbaga, if may nag-send sa jennifer@jennifermartinez.com, mapupunta siya dun sa web host na tinatawag natin. So basically, you need your own domain, you have your web host, and you have your email service provider. Hindi rin siya masyadong mahal. Like, if you would compare it to a business, syempre, kung physical business, di ba, upa pa lang, talo ka na. Like, it
Yeah.
would take you, yung web host mo, it could be as low as 2,000, 2 to 3,000 a year. The domain, wala pang 1,000, like 600 pesos.
500. Yeah.
Yeah, kung yung email service provider, may free tier pa nga yun eh. But if pupunta ka sa may bayad, say, possibly say less than 1,000 a month. Sabihin natin 1,000. So it's like
Parang
so
15K
12,000
to
a year.
16K
Yeah, a
per
year,
year ang
'di
ang
ba?
budget
So
natin.
oo. So a year na yun, isipin mo wala pang kung divide mo by 12,
Mga
it's
1.5,
barely
less than
oo.
a 1.5.
And to think ang kapalit nun is you can follow up at scale. And one thing pa, a lot of people don't realize is, let me ask you, Sheila, for example, who are more likely to buy from you again? Who are like more likely to buy from you kung nag-alok ka ng product right now? One, is it mga so, people who haven't bought anything from you? Or second, past customers?
Right now, more on past customers.
Di ba? And I think that applies to all businesses na I think, di ba maraming businesses nakaasa sa suki. And
Yes,
studies have
that's
shown
right.
that past customers are like 16 times more valuable than just leads. But at the same time, it's hard to follow up. Kasi like by default, we look for new businesses, new customers, add more customers and stuff. Minsan nalilimutan yung suki, right? Yung follow up. So what email can do is, kasi pag tinatanong ko to, kailan mo last nakausap yung customer mo? Um, Lalo na sa like sales professional, either Christmas, New Year, or birthday. Yun yung last time. So a newsletter can help you keep in touch with them. Kung may you send weekly content, 'di ba? Na you're following up with them at scale. 'Di ba? Yung you could have one for your customers, one for general public, 'di ba? So it's one way for you to prolong that lifetime value sa kanila. And all it costs you is like yung oras mo pa lang if you follow up manually sa kanilang lahat, it will cost you more than 1,500 of your time. So ito, you can sit down isang Saturday, you can write 4 emails. That's good for a month na, once a week. Di ba? Tapos na yung done ka na sa follow-up. Di ba? And may matuwa sa'yo, uy, Sheila, okay, ang ganda ng email mo. Ipapakilala ko sa yung pamangkin ko, blah, blah, blah. Right? Magiging top of mind. Kasi people are busy di ba? So, by people are busy, out of sight, out of mind. So if you can be present in their inbox, di ba? Even if they don't read all four of your emails for the month, mabasa nila yung isa, maalala ka pa rin nila.
That's right. Actually, one thing din na maganda, let's say for now, hindi pa ready si client, alam lang niya na what you're doing, di ba? Because of your emails. Once naging ready na siya, search na lang niya Sheila. Everything's lalabas na parang yung kanina yung example ni coach na may Zalora. So let's say for now, hindi pa ako ready. But pa Christmas na, I will check on it. Lahat ng offers niya, makikita ko. Parang ganun. Okay. So do you have questions, guys?
Correct.
Clear naman? Can you type 1 in the chat box if clear? And we go to the next question. Clear, yan. Thank you, Jennifer, Camille, Lani. Yan, thank you. Okay, siguro no, right now, ang iniisip naman ng mga viewers natin, I'm not a writer. So meron akong na-encounter din, hindi naman ako writer eh. Parang hindi skip na lang nila yung email marketing. What can you say about that?
Yeah, I would say na well the first email I showed, 'di ba, yung sa yung sa Mandarin Chinese na book. If you notice like yung pagkasulat ko doon, let's revisit that, no. Balikan
Very
natin.
simple nga yung message, ang
Um,
galing. I would like to say hi to
yes,
Jing Guy. She's in the FB line. Hi.
hello, Jingay. So let's go back to the original email I sent. So let's go back. Hi, a couple of weeks ago, I asked you guys for some of your most nagging questions about learning Chinese characters, and you guys responded. Thank you. As promised, Aaron will be giving away a copy of his book, Chinese, to 3 lucky readers who submitted their questions, and here they are. I mean, parang wala naman dito yung very advanced writing. It's just more conversational, diba? So
That's
what
right.
I'd say is, as long as like you can, siguro in terms of English, if you can write at a grade 6 level, okay na yon. And in fact, what we encourage, no, is use simple words as much as possible, no? Kasi sometimes, 'di ba, ang notion natin is you use bigger terms, scientific terms to make us sound smarter. But when it comes to like with email, with marketing, no, na the simpler, if you can simplify complex topics, yun yung that's when people see genius kasi naintindihan nila eh. Uy, gets ko yan ah. Kasi people are looking for ways to stop reading your email. Yeah, they're
That's
looking
right.
for ways to stop reading your email. So, if meron silang hindi maintindihan, okay, hindi na. Hanapin ko sa dictionary or hindi ko na magets ano yung the rest of the email. So, if you can make it as simple as possible, 'di ba? That's even better. Yun yung goal namin, pasimplehan. Hindi yung ayaw namin magsulat ng words na kailangan nila maghanap ng dictionary. So, if you can just carry a conversation, that's really all you need. And I think people would appreciate yung honesty and pagiging authentic nung conversation rather than remember hindi tayo nag-aano eh. Hindi to writing contest. It's about communication, 'di ba?
That's right.
So, 'di ba? Parang kailangan ano siya eh. Ang goal natin maintindihan tayo. Hindi okay na nga yung typo eh. Basta I remember when we were studying Mandarin, lagi syempre mali yung grammar namin, mali yung kumbaga yung accent, yung pagka-pronounce mali. But they would encourage you kasi nagigets nila through the context. They get what you mean. So even if you have a typo, basta mas naintindihan nila yung sinasabi mo. 'Di ba? They'll be forgiving about it. And yeah, yung iba nga mas gusto pa mas conversational eh. Yung
That's right.
yung parang nagchichikahan lang kayo. Minsan mas gusto pa na tayo because it's a break from what you see online.
Meron ako na-learn from you, Coach Allan, 3 words. Just be yourself. Di ba?
Oo, yan. Correct, correct.
Yun. So, actually ako naman, with my experience, sabi nga ni Coach Allan, just be yourself. I just sit down, parang wala akong distraction, no? I just write them down. Di ba? As turo nga ni Coach Allan na get a paper, isulat mo, wag ka mag-type sa computer. Just, lahat ng nasa isip mo, sulat mo lang. And then, pag nakompleto mo na, you go, type mo na siya. Habang tina-type mo, dun mo na nako-correct yung mga grammar and everything. And then you get more ideas. So, nabubuo na siya. And another thing, di ba, sabi mo nga na grade 3, you need to assess kung yung grade 3 student can understand your message. Yun.
If lalo na kung may kid ka na around that age, if they can read it,
Pabasa natin.
di ba? Mabasa mo, maintindihan niya. All the better, all the better. Kasi, we think of it like medyo you're sending to a lot of people eh. Di ba? And the more complicated it is, the less people will be able to understand. So, if you can simplify it, all the better.
Okay. So, simple lang, guys. Huwag tayo ma-overwhelm. Just be yourself. And try mo, after the session, no? 30 minutes. Sabi nga ni Coach Allan, just give yourself 30 minutes a day. For sure, everyday makakapagsulat ka na. Okay.
Yeah.
Ayan, sige. So, next question. How is this different from content writing?
Yan. So, yeah, that's a good question. Kasi actually, what we do, to add on nga, perfect segue to, no? Kasi, ito, isang secret to, no? Isang secret. You don't really have to start from scratch. Like yung nabanggit namin ni Sheila about checking forums, one of the things that we do as well, for example, I mentioned I was writing for a women's, ano ba siya? Like planner siya for women's, no? So, for women, so I would go to Amazon, titignan ko yung mga competitor nila, and see if ano yung mga reviews ano yung positive and negative reviews ng mga customers. So, for example, one of the things there is tumatagos yung ink sa papel. So, that's one of the
Okay.
things na ayaw ng tao.
That's
So,
right.
I know yung tawag dun? Yung papel ng client ko, maganda talaga. That's one of the things that favorite ng mga customers. So, sometimes I would just literally like copy and paste a couple of lines from that review. 'Di ba? Sabihin niya parang naiinis siya na ang nipis-nipis, tumatagos, tapos nagbe-blend yung mga words, I could copy and paste that. For example, um, do you hate it when this happens to you? Tapos paste ko yung sinabi niya doon. So it's assembling things, di ba? Kung ayaw mo copy-paste, like, so of course, don't copy-paste everything. Or you can say that, I read this from a review. Pwede, di ba? So, this is exactly what the review said, di ba? So, sulat mo yan dyan. Then sabihin mo, if that annoys you, um, if that annoys you, parang ano, join the bandwagon. Kami din, that's one of the things that we hate. That's enemy number one in our company. That's why we make sure yung papel namin, our paper is ganto quality, ganto yung grade. In fact, here, ito pwede ka naman magpasok ng testimonial mo, di ba, ng clients mo, di ba? In fact, here's a screenshot from our FB group from Joanna. Diba? Tapos sabihin mo yung sinabi ni Joanna na gusto niya yung paper mo, na parang kahit ano pang gamitin pen, kahit nakababad yung ink, hindi tumatago sa likod, blah, blah, blah. Then you can, if you want to get a copy, you want to give a gift for 2022, then iiwan ka ng link doon. Diba? So it's not really that complicated. Diba? You're looking for, again, we mentioned about what do they want to hear. Yun yung tanong natin, diba? It's not what do I want to say, it's what do they want to hear. And what we're doing is we're parang social listening. Diba? Ano ba yung kinagagalitan ng tao? Diba? Inis sila dun sa tumatagos yung paper. So they want to hear that yung bibilhin nila, hindi ganon. Right? So it's more of ganon yung nangyayari. To answer your question about what's the difference between content writing and copywriting, I just demonstrated that to you. The difference is, with content writing, it's like we're teaching. We're making them we're making them understand a concept. With copywriting, what we're doing, so I'd like to give credit to my friend John Pogulain for parang this definition. No? With copywriting, what you're doing is you're making the reader feel understood. So that's the main difference. No? Content, you're basically teaching them, making them understand something. Sa copywriting, you make them feel understood. So parang, uy, ako yan ah. Right? The fact na yung tumatagos yung papel, uy, ako yan ah. Problema ko yan ah. Yan din yung nafe-feel ko. Tapos pag pinakita mo na yung sa inyo, hindi, super ganda, locally made pa, so on and so forth. Di ba? You're not necessarily teaching them. You're making them feel understood, na that we hear your problem, we see you, kumbaga yung feeling, and this is what we did to address that. So, if you have that thinking, di ba? Like for example, in the financial industry, one of the biggest mistakes nakikita ko din is there's that blaming, no? Wala kang savings kasi ganito, ganyan. 'Di ba?
Okay.
Waldas ng waldas, ganyan. Then, nasisimula, or some of them would start off with a product. Yung product muna.
Diretso
Which
sa
is parang, what's in it for me? Hindi ko nagigets. Oo, diretso sa product. Ako naman, sa buhay ko, wala naman, mali ko ba ano yung product? Why would I care? But if you start off with, for example, um, a quote na, ay, Papa, wag ko muna magpadala sa amin. May tira pa mula sa huling hulog mo. Sabihin natin na ano, yan yung pangarap pakinggan ng isang OFW. Pero, pero ang katotohanan, baliktad na parang hingi ng hingi, di ba? For example, that's a common situation when we study yung mga problems ng
ganda.
OFW. So, pwede natin baliktad. Doon magsisimula. Then, that's when you can hook them in. Tapos, that's when nasa proper mindset na sila before you offer. You don't even have to offer your product yet. You can offer a call, join a webinar, 'di ba? How do we address that? So, kumbaga, sinusundot natin sila from where they are at. Hindi ito ako, 'di ba? Susunduin natin kung saan yung iniisip nila. So, yeah, I think that in itself can help you write better. Kasi in fact, 'di ba, as you can see, we're more assembling rather than being creative. Nagdudugtong tayo ng mga parts that would make them want to work with us.
More on, siguro one main difference is copywriting has emotions and feelings. Content writing, more on parang straightforward lang. Parang ganun.
Yeah, I would say that for me, every email should make you feel something. Whether it's remind you of like a past failure, give you hope, make you smile. Kumbaga, kasi ang goal namin, like personally, my goal for email is not just to be read, but to make it a reading habit, 'di ba?
Mm.
Parang nung
Okay.
kabataan natin, Sheila, 'di ba, merong show na ang TV na 4:30 na, eto baliktad,
Oo.
4:30 na ang TV
Ang
na.
favorite ko yan.
So, oo, 'di ba, naging habit siya sa tao kasi for every 4:30,
Oo, inaabangan
'di
siya,
ba,
yeah.
naabangan siya. So, even if you're in your email, baka sa'yo every 7 AM, 'di ba? If you keep that, sabihin natin 7 AM every Wednesday, parang nagiging show ka na rin in some sense na inaabangan na nila. So, if you do that, yun nga, na-enforce yung pagiging mini celebrity mo, na-enforce yung branding mo, and nagiging part ka na ng buhay nila, 'di ba, in some way. So, yun yung power nun.
Ang ganda. Thank you so much. I'm sure all of our viewers right now, ang dami na nilang learning. Very powerful yung mga message mo, Coach Allan. Okay, do you have questions? Message lang kayo sa chat box. Okay, so we're now in our last question. How can they reach you if they wanted to learn more about email marketing?
Yeah, my site is digitalsolopreneur.com, like you can see it here. But you can also join our Facebook group. We're approaching 8,000 sa group.
Wow.
Email Marketing Philippines, yung name niya. And
Okay.
we also have my very first course before was called List Building Bootcamp. I sold that for 8,000 pesos. Yun yung pinakaunang-unang product na nabenta ko. And what I did, because I feel that marami pang beginners, marami kailangan matuto ng email marketing. I I put that inside the Facebook group for free. So that was
Wow.
8,000 pesos worth. So you could, let me share ko yung screen
The
so you
link.
can see
Ah,
what it
sige,
looks
share.
like.
Email Marketing Philippines, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me scroll down. Yeah, Email Marketing Philippines. Then dun sa group, no, once you're in, you can go to the guides, and we have like 11 lessons there for free. If you want to get started, just to understand, ano ba, may in-explain pa namin pati subject line, body copy and stuff. In-explain din namin dyan yung how to create mga lead magnet. Yun yung tawag natin yung 350 off from Zadora. Yan, tinatawag na lead magnet. We explain all those stuff in more detail doon sa, ano natin, sa
Wow,
guide under
kompleto.
Email Marketing Philippines.
Guys, free learning dito sa FB group ni Coach Allan, Email Marketing Philippines. Join kayo. So this is our free gift for you today. Okay, so happy ba kayo? Are you learning, guys? Type in the chat box. I'm learning a lot. Yes. Yes, kay Leda. I'm learning a lot kay Anne. Okay.
Glad to
Okay,
hear that.
Desa rin, I'm learning a lot. Okay, thank you so much, Coach Allan. So now let's open the floor for questions. May baka may questions sila. Patricia, I'm learning. Desa, thank you. Leda, how often should you send emails in a week? And we have question from Leda.
For me, it's more important yung more than frequency, yung consistency. No? If kaya mo once a month lang. If kaya mo twice a month, ideally, I would say if you can do once a week, that would be best. Like for me, before I would do daily. um, but if you can do once a week, that would be fine. The reason being is, yun yung cadence na sanay yung tao. Like, kung TV Patrol, sanay ka everyday at certain time, di ba? Or sa mga shows, it's either yung show weekly naman. It's either daily or weekly. Doon tayo nasanay yung cadence na gano'n. Di ba? So yung mga sinusunod nating mga TV series, generally weekly sila ginagawa. Di ba? So, the most frequent na sanay tayo is either daily or weekly. Daily is kind of hard to start with, di ba? So, I would say weekly kung kaya. But if hindi kaya, once a month, twice a month, mas importante yung consistency rather than yung frequency, especially at the start. Kapag nagamay mo na, you can crank up the frequency, and you can go as far as doing a daily email. No? So, yeah. So that's what I'd like to communicate, no? Especially with the principal. It's less about yung frequency, But tandaan, basta I have to do it all regularly all the time para magiging habit siya. Kahit monthly habit siya, habit pa rin.
Mm. Okay, thank you. Yan. I would like to acknowledge Leda. She's my sister-in-law. Hello, Leda.
Oh, wow. Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so do you have other questions? Feel free to ask.
How has, for you, Sheila, ako na may question sa'yo. Like, how's,
Sige. Okay, sure.
how's your, like, how, like, from last time, di ba, yung you were starting out, how is your relationship with emails coming along? Kasi dati,
Mm-mm.
di ba, mas challenging for you eh.
Oo, yeah. Actually, I started once a month, yung parang updating my clients. Noong una, more on updating on what's happening to me. So, nung time na nagsistruggle nga ako sa mommy duties and sa career, the main problem that I had was having a helper, a yaya. Hirap talaga akong maghanap or magtagal ba sa amin. So, yun yung kinakwento ko. And then,
Right.
minsan I relate them with savings, budgeting, getting a yaya, parang, or the yaya, how does they manage funds, parang ganun. Yun, doon nag-start. And kung ano man yung, let's say, market update, biglang uptrend, biglang downtrend, mga ganun lang yung sinasend ko before. Yun. So, as you said, frequency, since kaya ko lang once a month lang. Yun. So, this time naman, nung nag-pandemic, since nasa bahay lang, more time talaga, I'm trying to do it more often. Di ba, we had the 10-day challenge email writing. So, I tried to follow that. Yun. So since right now, we're doing webinars na, more often na rin yung email send invites ko, or kung meron mga testimonies, ganyan, I share that to them. And then I'm also now creating vlogs. Yun, yung na-mention mo kanina, yung how to get a hospital bed, di ba, during this pandemic. Yun, so I try to do it once a week. Yun, so for me, we should just practice. It takes practice. Sa kakagawa mo, sa kakaulit-ulit, nagiging habit na natin, sanay na tayo. And yun, it's good din to parang keep up with coaching session and learn more. Parang kung meron yung mga webinars, keep on attending para ma-enhance yung skills. Yun.
I think if you understand yung value ng email, mas gaganahan ka rin. That's why I wanted to explain ano ba yung opportunities, what are possible, magkano, ano yung pwede mong kitain. Well, not in absolute terms, but you can see yung sa sales, no? Kasi lahat naman may kanya-kanyang hirap eh. Di ba? Hindi rin madali mag one-on-one, hindi rin madali mag social media. You really kind of have to understand what's in it on the other side para kaya mong kumbaga tiisin yung failures or yung mga learning curve that can be challenging. I like to share nga isang quote dito na nakita ko. It's very powerful, no? Sabi, it's from my friend Joey. Sabi niya, ayaw daw niya yung question na, what would you do if you knew nothing, if you couldn't fail? Ayaw daw niya yung question na yun kasi minsan tinatanong niya, di ba? If you couldn't fail, what would you do? Kasi wala naman
Okay.
talagang gumagawa nun. Kasi you can fail, di ba? So sabi
Okay.
niya, may kinote siya kay Seth Godin. He says, what do you care enough about doing that you are willing to fail as you do it? So, that's why I wanted to share yung opportunity para if you know na, if you care enough, di ba, to get that kind of consistent sales relationship with your audience, na even if magkamali ka sa mga emails mo, may typo ka, minsan yung subject line ko nakasulat subject line. So
Talaga?
magkakamali ka. May mga ganong instances,
Okay.
no? Or nakasulat
Yeah.
test. Or instead of code na
Yes.
first name, may automation, sinulat ko, literally nakasulat first name. Nangyayari talaga yun eh. But
Ako
if you
din. May
understand
ganyan
yung
din ako
payback,
moment.
right. So I think it's important to see na tayo din pumapalpak even if we do this for a long time. But it's really, for me, malaking benefit ng email is like the long-term relationship you can build with your, especially with your clients, no? And I'm not sure if you're doing that na rin, Sheila, but maybe something you want to experiment is putting all your, you said you have 400 clients. You can have a separate list for your clients, another separate
Yeah.
list for leads that they never bought from you. Maybe you
Okay,
can
yeah.
have an exclusive like VIP newsletter for yung clients mo lang, 'di ba? So
Mm.
that can be something that you can do, or for example, yung clients mo, you could introduce, sabihin natin marami sa kanila may business or may freelancing, you could use the newsletter to say, for example, may client ka na doctor, 'di ba? Maybe in your email, may regular email ka. Sa baba ng regular email mo, like may feature. Like you can feature one of your clients. 'Di ba? Parang may extra mileage pa sila. Uy, si Sheila, nakakuha pa ako ng business from Sheila. Alam mo yun, parang ganyan.
Nice, nice.
So,
Nice
you can
idea.
see daming opportunities doon. And yeah, I think there's really parang feeling ko may magtatanong anong business ba ang pwedeng matulungan ng emails? What I'd say is I can't think of a business na hindi siya matutulungan. That kumbaga, if you can have a direct line of communication with your audience, how can not how can that not be an asset? 'Di ba? Kasi with Facebook, it's not really direct eh. Kasi like 2 weeks ago, 'di ba, nag-down ang Facebook, nag-down ang WhatsApp.
Oh, that's
I mean,
right.
'di ba? 'Di ba?
Mm-mm.
So, nakaasa tayo sa isang kumpanya. But with email, there's no monopoly, 'di ba? There's no one controlling the deliverability and stuff. So in some ways, email is also an insurance for your business. Kasi like, diversified ka eh. Hindi ka lang nakaasa sa isang platform. And more scarily, like in just one company, no? So, yeah, just something to think about.
That's right. Ang maganda rin, whenever you do write-ups, yung mga write-ups mo can be used also in your social media accounts. Meron ka
Correct.
na content agad.
Mm.
So, parang
Mm.
two-in-one na
Assets
rin.
na siya.
Mm-mm.
Agree.
Okay. Thank you so much, Coach Allan. I think wala
No
na tayong
problem.
questions. Oo, thank you so much. Ay, meron, may habol. Ayan. Okay, from Marlon, how to start if wala pang prospect email list?
Well, nobody was born with one. So it's really just getting traffic. So I think the free course can help you out. We'll start off with understanding ano ba yung issues nila. No? Ano ba yung issues ng tao. Then from there, we create, for example, pinakita natin kanina, why would somebody sign up sa Zalora? Kasi we know, di ba, it's medyo mas price sensitive, I guess, yung since e-com siya, no? E-com usually price yung discount, di ba, to get their email address. In the case of the other one, yung sa writing, no? It's about having, let me double check ano yung freebie niya. Becoming a freelance, how to start becoming a freelance writer. So, sa research niya, that's one of the biggest pain. 'Di ba? So, kaya gumawa siya ng report to show you how to do that. So, magsimula tayo doon. Like, yung prospects mo, Marlon, kung sino yung gusto mong ma-attract, what are their biggest challenge? Then, offer something that could help them in exchange for their email address. So, a more concrete example. So, if you want to like lose weight, but you're always eating outside, 'di ba? So, parang ang hirap i-control ng calories mo. So, if I'm a coach who would help them reduce, 'di ba? Lose weight, something that I can do is knowing that, pwede ako gumawa ng report na ito yung mga list of restaurants in, say, Quezon City that offers healthy food. Tapos, ito yung orderin mo. Ito yung calories na makukuha mo. Ito yung calories ng meal na to. So, if I put that in front of somebody who wants to lose weight but can't kasi lagi siya nag-eat out, they're gonna want to exchange their email address to get that. So, that's how you start building your email list. So, I hope that was clear, Marlon, no? So, you do something that parang an irresistible offer for them. That almost no-brainer. I'll give you my email address. Give me that. Yun yung gusto nating
Mm.
feeling for them.
That's right. Marlon is one of my mentee in Manulife, no? Ang tip ko sa kanya, ako kasi I started with my clients eh. Yun yung
Mhm.
start ko na email list. But before I'd add them in my list, nag-ask muna ako ng permission. pinaalam ko sa kanila na I'm creating an email list, I want to start a newsletter to serve you better. Is it okay for me to send you emails? Yun, once they say yes, yan, doon nag-start yung for my experience. Okay. Yan. So do we have more questions? Ayan. So while waiting, I would like to post the feedback form in the chat box. Feel free to answer. Yan. Answer mga 5 minutes lang naman yan. Okay. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. And we can also put the survey form in the feedback form in the FB Live. Thank you. Okay, so marami ba tayong learnings? Ako marami akong nalalearn. Very inspiring. Okay. How do you find our webinar today? Nabigyan ba kayo ng more ideas? You are more inspired now. You can see bigger opportunity in your business to grow. Then feel free to type in the chat box. Okay. Thank you so much, Coach Allan, for your time and for the valuable sharing for us. No, I'm sure magagamit nila lahat yan to grow their businesses.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I just want to plug lang for next week. Since I found out in our research in our one-on-one coaching for some, most of them are feeling lost. They don't know their career path, don't know what path to take. So next week, our webinar will be about finding your life purpose. So I'll be sharing my experience since I also had that quarter life crisis. Yeah, so yun yung i-share ko sa audience next week. Yeah, so from Marlon, thank you, Sir Allan, and Mentor Sheila. You're welcome, Marlon. From Anne, thank you, Coach Allan. Napakadami niyo pong suggestions na we can apply. Okay, from Lani, thank you, Sir Allan, and Miss Sheila. You're welcome, everyone. Okay, yeah, so this ends our session for today. I would like to thank everyone here in the Zoom floor and in the FB Live who are watching us. Thank you for your time and for your participation, active participation. We will have more of this If you find it valuable to your life and to your businesses, we will continue this every Thursday at 4 p.m. Okay, so see you in the community and in our webinars. Bye.